So you wake up on a beautiful midsummer morning. You feel well rested and you're ready to start your day. But first, you scroll through Instagram first. That's not gonna hurt, right? Look at Emma. She's showing off her new bathing suit. She is so beautiful. I work out every single day, but I would never be as pretty as she is. And look at Ben. He's showing off his brand new car. I work so hard and try to save, but I would never be as well off as he is. Now, although social media in and of itself isn't wrong, the negativity teens and young adults often feel from looking at exaggerated highlight reels of others' lives can cause more unneeded health issues than already present. We're going to be looking at the history of social media and how it started, the trends and challenges people participate in, as well as how humans' reward system is linked to the release of certain emotions in our brain. Understanding how social media impacts our mental health will better equip us to manage and support our own as well as others around us. Now, the first social media site known was called 6 Degrees, and it came onto the scene in 1997. It had the very basic layout we see today of the customizable user profile and the virtual friend system. Now, in the next few years, more and more social media sites came out. People could do very different things with them. But it was mainly focused on connecting people. But communication became very platformed, and it was not as genuine as, say, a face-to-face conversation would be. And an unhealthy side effect was that people controlled how others around them viewed their lives. Now, besides that, another even more unhealthy side effect was addiction. Now, people struggling with mental health, addiction can already be very hurtful to them, but when it presented itself in social media, it became a big problem for society. The trends, fads, and challenges people felt that they were pressured to keep up with or achieve was kind of what started that addictive habit of, I've got to keep up, I've got to do the latest one, I have to know what's going on now. And we as humans want to view ourselves as successful, and our sense of achievement is linked to the release of dopamine in our system, which is the chemical that makes us feel happy or satisfied with something. And this is also linked to our reward system. Humans naturally have a big need for recognition, and sometimes this will motivate them to go to extreme lengths to keep up with everybody else. And we're all very aware of challenges over the years that have put people in some physical danger. So besides the negative side effects social media has on our mental health, it can also hurt us physically in some cases. Now, the negative side effects that teens and young adults felt became more apparent because it was a source of self-esteem, recognition, happiness, reinforcement, and positivity, when more often than not it caused the opposite. Now, one of the worst side effects, in my opinion, is depression, and I know this because I personally struggle with it. It can either create a new problem in someone's life, or it can worsen with someone who's already struggling with it. And then something that often comes along with this is social anxiety, and this is very apparent when people feel that they are not adequate enough for others. And this is due to comparison, and a lot of people try to compare themselves to these very high expectations they feel like society has placed on them. Now, a big fear for young people especially is missing out. Young people, I feel, are afraid of not keeping up with everyone else and not being able to achieve all the same goals as everyone else. And we as humans naturally always want to be kept in the loop and not fall behind. And sometimes, especially if we don't achieve these goals that we set in our mind, this can worsen our depression and anxiety. Now, although we might be friends with a lot of the people that we connect with on social media, sometimes it turns into a competition rather than a way to maintain a healthy friendship. I believe the incredible photographer JR put it best. The more social media that we have, the more we believe we're connecting, but in reality, we're disconnecting from each other even more. Looking back, the developments and advancements in social technology is really quite impressive. It's been able to connect people far apart in a way that we never thought possible in the past. So it really has been used for a lot of good, and it's also been said that it gave a voice to those with no voices, and it was able to help people who couldn't be open before. It really gave them a voice and a way to share their opinion. But the social competition that we already see became very magnified. The sadness and decreased self-worth young people often feel is an unfavorable side effect that comes with the advantages social media brings us. But I believe if we understand our mental health better, this will help us manage it better. If we control how long we are on it, the content we look at, and the accounts we follow, I believe that that's going to already improve the relationship we have with social media. When we start to treat social media as a fun bonus in our life, rather than a time-consuming source we go to for our self-affirmation, I think we will cultivate a much healthier relationship with our mental health and the technology around us.